Здравейте, банда, и добре дошли в следващото разиграване на Beyond the Steel Sky. Мисля, че сме в апартамента на Греъм, ако правилно си спомням. Да. Трябва да разберем той как е свързан с сталкърите. Но в момента трябвам да се взема една биричка. Така. Да има какво да се пиваме по време на разиграването. И продължаваме напред някак. Малки котенца, всичко чува ли се? Добре, пак имаме ли? В момент, защото просто Windows ми прави огромни проблеми. Тук заради една Bluetooth колонка не мога да повярвам какви тъпоти прави този малумния OS в момента. Така, сега вече трябва да има нормален звук. Аз ще еба майката, ще бъл Windows насран. Честно имам чувство, че като пишат някои OS функционалности, някой си казва, аз ще го напиша днес газъсям и не знам с какво. Така. Айде да говорим с този красавец. Понеже не помня дали говорихме с него. Добре, ток.
Hello there. Chipworth, wasn't it?
Master Graham, may I say, sir is looking even more fabulous than usual today.
Why, thank you.
Has Master Graham lost weight?
Maybe. Does Master Graham look like he's lost weight?
Oh, yes, sir. And it would appear sir has gained some height as well. Bravo.
Tell me, Chipworth, who was that woman just now?
But that was sir's wife, Madame Songbird.
Yes, of course. My wife.
Is sir quite feeling himself?
It's fine. I've just been having a difficult few days.
How serendipitous that the well-being mentor is here then, is it not, sir?
I need you to do something for me.
Just say the word, sir.
Never mind.
Very good, sir.
Chipworth, tell me everything you know about me.
Request respectfully declined, sir.
But aren't you my butler droid?
Yes, sir. I have been sir's butler for a very long time.
Then why can't you tell me?
Standing orders, sir.
Whose orders?
You... nice try, sir. Almost had me.
Graham had made sure his droid wouldn't talk. I had to do my own investigating. Tell me about that woman.
A woman? Can Sir possibly be referring to his good lady wife?
Humor me. For instance, her name would be...
Madam Songbird. Clearly, Sir is not feeling quite himself today. Sir might recall he even forgot dear old Chipworth's name earlier.
Who?
Me, sir.
So,
Whatever Sir desires.
can you move things with your mind?
Sadly, sir, one's capabilities are restricted to the minutiae of domestic service.
Shame.
We are what we are, sir.
At least as far as anyone else needs to know. Ah, how are you, Chipworth?
I am well, sir. Thank you for inquiring.
Здрасти, Огънче. Добре дошъл. Как я караш? Добра вечер на теб. Как е времето в София? Тук при нас не спира да вали от снощи. Хубаво, че няма голям силен дъжд, защото щяхме да се наводним. Не може да излезем от Варна. Не видим кога ще спре да вали. Аха. Може би ще спре да вали след 8. То голяма буря беше. Голяма буря.
Ah,
I am well. Thank you for inquiring.
who was that guy in here when I arrived?
Is Sir referring to the gentleman currently probing your wife in the bedroom?
I guess I am.
That would be the Honourable Mentor Alonso, Senior Officer at the Ministry of Wellbeing. I believe that he would like to see you next.
Да, да. И тук е 18 градуса, вчера беше 35.
Anomalies in Master Graham's records. Public voting, kudos levels, employment, whereabouts within the city,
Just some minor things then.
consumption patterns, biosigns, indication of physical existence.
I think I get the picture.
But I'm sure there's a simple answer, Master Graham.
Tell me about the mentor.
As a high-ranking official of the Ministry of Wellbeing, he is here, I am sure, to evaluate the well-being of this household.
Well-being?
Health, social participation, work fulfillment, the usual, sir.
I need you to do something for me.
Just say the word, sir.
Never mind. Perhaps later.
Very good, sir.
This mentor, what will he ask me about?
The Ministry of Wellbeing is always concerned, sir, with a citizen's well-being.
Well-being?
That's right, sir. A citizen's health and happiness, their relationships and social life, all of the utmost importance to the Ministry. He might also inquire if Sir needs any support in the workplace or similar.
Why exactly was I selected?
I believe Sir's 2-week-long work, poll and social hiatus may have raised some concerns. Just be yourself, sir, and you will be fine.
Of course, because I am Graham Grundy. Is this interview just going to be about me?
Correct. The mentor is here to assess Sir's well-being.
And what happens if Sir answers the questions incorrectly?
Incorrectly, sir? Get them wrong? How could Sir possibly do that?
Perhaps I hit my head on something.
Окей, Огънче.
Very droll, sir, very droll. Might I suggest that Sir just be himself and it will all be fine?
I didn't have long. I needed to learn about Graham Grundy. And fast.
Добре, пак ли ще е
So,
същото?
what?
Mentor Alonso will assess Sir's health.
I didn't have long. I need...
Добре.
Have us...
Serving you, sir, every day.
Съответно, ние предния път, като влезнахме в апартамента и това трябва да това казахме, че трябва да направим. Да научим всичко за този Греъм, чието ID имаме ние.
Union City Red. I suspected it was more fruit juice than wine.
Добре, нещо друго.
Union City Red. I suspected it was more fruit juice than wine.
Окей.
Definitely an improvement on the food dispensers they used to have here.
Така.
Personally, I preferred an open fire for cooking.
Добре. Coffeenator 9000.
At least one person in the city appreciated a nice cup of coffee. Although I doubted Union City blend contained even an ounce of actual coffee beans.
Добре. What? Добре, първо тук насякъде ще разгледаме.
Rhythmic gymnastics, first place.
Тя жена му българка?
Amethyst or purple glass? Either way, it looked expensive.
Така е.
That looked like Graham and his wife on their wedding day. They looked blissfully in love.
Да.
Fairy tales, courtly romances, and art books.
Добре. Sports gear. Той е неговото,
Shelf
сигурно.
full of sports gear and awards from years gone by.
Че те двамата са спортисти. Най-вероятно тя гимнастичката, той е някакъв друг
A shelf
спортист.
full of sports gear and awards from years gone by.
Добре. Apartment door. Не. Така. Holoplint. Не.
The trees in the gap weren't as pretty, but at least they were real.
Скай, колко е сърдита обаче вече жена му, особено на дясната снимка. Дан.
Excuse me, please.
The pictures were all of Graham's wife.
Да.
They were photochemical prints, taken using an old-style film camera.
Здрасти, Юрка, добре дошъл, добра вечер.
Had managed to blend songbirds seamlessly into the fake
Благодаря ти за
backgrounds.
лърка.
The photography was impressive, but the subject didn't look happy. The pictures in the apartment told a sad story. A blissful romance that had soured with time.
То зато и някой друг я пробва в спалнята. Да. Да.
Something told me the fire was not authentic.
Да, какво искаш, бе? Ей! Гледай го. Тук можеш... Това ли отваряхме? Ето. Юс. Така, килера. Нищо няма в килера, така ли? Добре, затваряй го. Така. Гледка. Чакай сега това. О, майко. Две. Добре, нека да влезем тук.
I was hit by the acrid smell of chemicals. I wondered if the people knew that Hobart agents had helped me save their city. An impressive collection of medals ranging from bravery to long service. Most of the medals dated back to before I was born.
Това долу какво е? Нож?
A sword? The blade was cracked.
Да, по-голямо от нож. Май малко за меч. Малък меч.
Developing fluid in trays. I hadn't seen gear like this since I was a child.
Да. Land train.
It looked like one of the land trains from the city walls. It was a detailed model.
Добре. Ето го коптера.
A security forces copter. I still had nightmares about those things. Twice I'd flown in them, and both times they crashed. I hoped I wouldn't have to risk it a third time.
Добре, униформа. Униформа! Ах, не с газа се е писана тая игра, ами, както казах, с това дето излиза от газа.
Developing fluid and trays. I hadn't seen gear like this since I was a child. A uniform like the one Graham's wife wore. It was cut for someone much larger. The logo on the uniform was quite distinct.
Да. О.
Looked like these photos were taken by the city walls.
Како? Blackout curtain. Я да видим сега тия постери тук.
I wondered if Graham self-medicated. When I came to Union City 10 years ago, this was very much the case. These days, I wasn't so sure.
Така.
Giant scorpions in the sewers. Real or fake? Unlikely. The tentacle monsters would have eaten them years ago.
Лол. Tentacle Monsters, които и нас ни изядаха веднъж, ако сте гледали стрима на оригиналната игра.
Anti-Hobart propaganda. Some things never change.
Принтер.
A printer? It was rare to see one of those. How to survive a war. Better just to not be around to see them.
Да, определено. О, може да хакнем принтера ли? Аре бе, на... Ей! Аз нищо не мога да правя тук обаче. Може би трябва да вляза с някакъв админски достъп. Защото ако няма Ming, play error. Ама аз искам да процеснеш медията и да я принтнеш. Добре. Така. Нека да видим сега тук. Какво ще стане? Още една книга.
Espionage during the Hobart Wars. Nice to see the propaganda was still around.
Пропаганда, хип-хоп. Нещо ново ще даде ли? Значи, понеже не е супер горещо днеска и въпреки че вали абсолютно цял ден, не е студено, 18 градуса е окей, слагаш се там. Даже няма нужда от горница. И понеже цял ден не е горещо, имам чувство, че всичките ми съседи, които готвят на терасата, са излезнали и готвят нещо. От сутринта мирише на какво ли не, човек. Палачинки, пържени филийки, риби, сега пак някой пържи риба. Нали, ако се чудите. Поне правете на скара, бе, мамка, бе. Завиждам, защото аз съм ял салата.
The calendar showed today as a holiday. Aspiration Day.
А пак вече апартамента така хубаво са умирисал, че да затворя, климатика сам ще върти умирисаното. Пак не искам да го пускам климатика, защото...
Among the drawings were photographs.
Не знам защо,
Land
защото не искам.
trains and the city walls.
Добре. Какво?
Among the drawings were photographs.
Значи нещо, което ужасно много ма дразня в играта.
Land trains and
Супер
the city walls.
малумен гейм дизайн. Натискаш Escape и те вкарва в някакво генерално меню, нали? Което даже не те е в Options менюто, нали? Както всяка една друга игра без изключение. Две, не можеш, той сам като се говори, защото понякога има дълги такива монодиалози, или монолози по-скоро, не можеш по никакъв начин да ги скипнеш. Не дай се, Боже, 2-3 пъти да цъкнеш. Не знам, що са взели такива решения, честно.
The blind blocked out all the light from outside.
Дразнещо. Така, добре. А можем ли да я хакнем? Не, само принтера. Окей, тук май с всичко приключихме. Аха, е тук горе.
A cavalcade of cryptids.
Какво?
Someone believed in monster stories.
Добре. Сега. Тука кофе мейкър и kitchen систем. Нищо не мога да направя. Order is user allowed meal. Да, не. Да. Play refusal. Coffee maker. Dispense beverage. Тези не мога нищо да ги правя, защото не са прозрачни. Добре, това какво е? Това е кенефа, е? Може ли да вземем едно дувче? Не, ако... не може да влезнем.
Tempting, but I'd already had my monthly bath.
My monthly bath. Medical scanner. Може ли да пуснем...
After 10 years in the gap, I'd almost forgotten what a toilet looked like.
Една водица. Или една бомба.
So Graham was
Ето го.
a cleaning supervisor? I needed to find out who he worked for. If I slipped up, I'd be exposed right away.
Добре, мога ли тук да сканирам? Какво стана, човек? Тези мога да ги цъкам. Много добре, много добре. Open tab. Activate shower. Deactivate shower. Но тук нищо не мога да направя. Освен е така нарочно това да го... да го сменя. Така нарочно. Ама аз нищо не мога реално да...
It was a boot print. Curious.
Там нещо горе има ли? Climb? Гошо, виж го мръсника там е. Виж го мръсника там. Гошо.
A box had been hidden outside the window. If I could get the window open, I'd be able to reach that box.
Как обаче да отворим прозореца? То сейвна само. Значи ако пусна мивката, Open Tab, Activate Shower, Flush. Нещо ще стане ли? Сега трябва да флъшне кенефа. Стана. Medical скенера.
Welcome back, Graham. Displaying your health chart now. It has been 2 weeks since your last checkup. You have lost weight. Congratulations.
Браво.
It has been noted that your height has increased. Adjusting records accordingly.
Естествено.
Scanning for medical implants. Error. Implant missing. Refreshing biomodification database. Please wait. Removing cardiac implant registration. Registering Schriebman port as new implant.
The scanner had detected my Schriebman port, which allowed me to interact with Link, the city's old network.
Това дали е
Since then,
окей?
I'd pretty much forgotten about it.
Adjusting your health rating from C to A+.
I was considerably fitter than Graham. That was good to know. Give me a checkup.
Scanning. Your physical health is within the top percentile for a Union citizen. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
Do you have any advice for me?
A single can of Spankles contains more than your daily dietary requirements. Look for the clown. Drink Spankles. Keep a smile on your face.
Thanks.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
Дали има такава механика да пи на един спенкъл и да се проверя тук?
What devices do I have installed?
You possess a U-chip personal data implant in the perlicue of your right hand. It is functioning correctly. Your cardiac regulator implants have been marked as removed. Please return them to your nearest medical waste facility. You possess a Schriebman local interneural connection port in the third cervical vertebrae. This hardware predates the Minos system and cannot be accessed at this terminal.
That's probably for the best.
Да.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
Do you have any further advice for me?
Are you aware that falls while walking are one of the biggest causes of injuries in Union City? Remember, no matter how short the journey, a monopod is always safer and more convenient.
Thanks.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
Do you have any further advice for me?
Callocephala fimbriata are dangerous carriers of disease. Never approach, and if you touch one, report for immediate disinfecting. Do not feed the birds.
Thanks.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
Do you have any further advice for me?
Food from outside the city has been found to contain high values of salt, sugar, and meat. If you eat Gap food, you are putting yourself in danger.
Thanks.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
Още?
Do you have any further advice for me?
Studies indicate that happier people receive better assessments from their peers. Remember, whatever happens on the inside, keep a smile on the outside.
Thanks.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
Добре.
That's all for now.
Due to the alteration of your physical parameters, a new uniform has been ordered
Добре.
and will arrive at your home shortly.
О,
Keep a smile on your face.
I was a lot healthier than Graham. In fact, I'd say Graham was... I had made some headway, but I still needed to know about Graham's work and social standing.
добре, значи все пак това всичко, което сме открили, не ни помага по никакъв начин.
So Graham was a cleaning supervisor? I needed to find out who he worked for. If I...
Добре, значи може би ако му отидем пак в... тук нещо? Не. Ако му отидем пак в кабинета, може ли едно кафенце да си пуснеме? Не. Не. Тук още нещо дали ще намерим. Тук така на дрехата му.
A uniform like the one Graham's wife wore. It was cut for someone much larger. I needed to find out who he worked for. If I slipped up, I'd be exposed right away.
Няма нищо тук така друго интересно, като гледам. Ага, обувките му. Тях май ги
You can
пропуснах.
tell a lot about a man from his shoes. In this case, that the man had no taste.
Добре. Тая кутия долу, май. Не я бяхме
The
пропуснали.
box was for a deluxe hollow plinth replacement lens. There was nothing inside.
Това за холограмата на Балбабчето. И за всичките сме ги прегледали. Аха. Горе има... този постер сме го изпуснали. Постера! Ей! Айде де, затвори вратата. Аз тук не мога ли нещо друго да хакна, освен принтера? Само принтера, него не мога да го хакнем. Добре, окей. Я?
The droids who stare at goats. A classic.
Нали има Men That Stare at Goats. То май е по книга, този филма, който е. Мисля, че за експерименти на американската армия, там от 60-те ли, от кое за психокинеза ли, аз не мога да сетя, нещо такова беше. Така. Добре, календара.
The calendar showed today as a holiday. Aspiration
Да,
Day.
знаем, че днеска е Aspiration Day. Добре, нека да видим. Тук този вътрешния терминал, дето е личния му. Дали нещо ще покаже?
I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into.
Добре, тук...
The council was made up of 5 ministries. Each ministry had their own logo and distinctive color scheme. From the color of his uniform,
логото,
it was clear that
логото...
Graham worked for the Ministry of Comfort. I knew quite a bit about Graham's work and health, but I figured I could learn more if I found his kudos records.
Kudos records. Те са тука.
A chart showing that Graham's kudos score had recently dropped.
Ма не това огледахме
What
вече.
caused such a sharp decline? I had learned all I was going to from Graham's apartment. I hoped it would be enough.
Добре, окей. Надявам се, че е това, но все пак ще направим и един сейв. Добре. Айде. Ами май това е, айде. Нека да говорим пак с робота. Какво аз мога да го... Окей.
Here, a can of Spankles.
That is most impressive, sir. I suspect Master Graham is most proud of himself.
Какво?
Do you want it?
Consuming a liquid of this molecular composition would prove fatal to my internal circuits. And that would drastically reduce my effectiveness as your butler. I simply cannot accept.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Добре. Яко са го написали самия герой. Мога да го разглобя? Не?
Take a look at this, Chipworth.
Master Graham, am I to be punished, sir?
What?
Oh, sir, I am so truly sorry. Strike me down that I may never cause Sir distress again.
No, Chipworth, I just wanted to show you my crowbar.
Oh, in that case, it's a most wonderful crowbar. It would have been a pleasure to have been disciplined by such an instrument.
О, божечко. Този да не би, защото жена му не го обича вече и да би робота. Майнус хакер. Искаш ли...
Here's something for all your hard work.
Искаш ли кренеш?
Did I do something wrong?
О, боже.
No, Chipworth. It's a gift. A mini knockwurst sausage.
It is edible? Now I understand. I cannot, of course, consume this, but I shall happily dispose of it for you, sir.
No way. I'll keep hold of it.
Дай си ми кренвирша. Име, добре, окей. Това не сме го пускали, чакайте.
Something told me the fire was not authentic.
Какво? Какво ти го каза? Я? Я? Топ стори? Честит рожден ден. Ами... Fingers crossed.
If I was going to convince the mentor, I had to be sure I knew enough about Graham.
Не, той каза, аз съм научил всичко, което ми трябва, така че няма да се разхождаме, ние сме сейвнали.
I couldn't keep them waiting any longer. From that point on, I had to be Graham Grundy, cleaning supervisor.
Darling, I thought you were going to freshen up.
I was, but I missed the sweet sound of your voice.
Oh, Graham, always the romantic. But please don't kiss me until you've showered.
Wouldn't dream of it. Besides,
Явно
couldn't let
много миришем.
Alfonso here
Alonso?
monopolize my lovely wife for a moment longer.
In which case, shall we begin?
Of course. Shall we take a seat in the lounge? It was now or never.
So, Mr. Grundy.
Mentor Alonso, what would you like to know?
Ah, well, straight to the point. I like that. As I was explaining to your dear wife earlier, there have been some issues with your activity records of late.
Issues? What do you mean?
Mr. Grundy, a word to the wise. This will be much smoother if you leave the questions to me. Now, whilst your records load, remind me, in which ministry are you employed?
Yeah. В същото като жена ни.
Comfort. I'm a cleaning supervisor.
Yes, of course. Ah, here we go. Graham Grundy, 42, cleaning supervisor with the Ministry of Comfort. Cleaning supervisors require Class C exertive activity certification. I trust that your health rating is sufficient.
Да. Обаче на нас сега хелта не стана А+, като ходихме в банята.
Pray continue, Mr. Grundy.
I did drop down a bit, but I'm back to Class A+ now.
Excellent, excellent. Very good. So, with that in mind, I will mark you as fit for work, barring
for
any
work.
other issues.
Да.
Now, obviously, your kudos level will have fluctuated due to your absence. You're a C+ right now. I note you used to be much higher.
Бяхме Б. Бяхме Б. Ама кое е Б? А?
Please, Mr. Grundy, I've not got all day.
Б+. Защото то доста
Please,
пада.
Mr. Grundy,
B+.
I've not got
I didn't spot a plus on the record. Must have been my mistake.
А.
Well, that is all I need to check off. But
Ах,
I'd be remiss if I didn't offer you all the extra support and
объркахме го.
guidance that you need.
Зато и сме сейвнали.
When someone goes off grid, there's usually some underlying trouble. And as a mentor, I like to think of myself as a bit of a troubleshooter.
Of
Troubleshooter.
course. I appreciate the concern.
Той аз това работя.
So, let's
Troubleshooter.
get to the bottom of all this confusion. Dig a bit deeper, eh?
Deeper? Yes, right. By all means, Mentor.
Tell me about your workplace. I trust there are no issues.
Виж бе. Добре. Това ми харесва, че по някакъв начин това.
Nothing wrong?
Ние не знаем, че е това. Влак.
The land train facility. It's a fine place to work.
I'm sure it is. Department of Land Trains and Extra City Commerce. Wonderful.
Oh, yes. Couldn't be happier.
We are, of course, very grateful for your service, Mr. Grundy. But there we come to the crux of the matter. Your absence. 15 days is a long time. This is, of course, why my ministry has become involved in your case. We have been concerned for your well-being.
Well-being.
I'm fine.
Не заради
Better than ever,
сърцето
in
е.
fact.
Excellent. Now, speaking of your health, I note you had some surgery last year. Tell me about your implants. Are they working effectively?
Имаме хард имплант. Ние това го знаем.
Please, Mr.
You mean my heart regulators?
Not good all day.
Nothing to worry about. As you can see, the beat goes on.
Yes. Well,
And the
I
bit
must say
goes
you're in
on.
remarkable shape considering your medical history. Of course, your mental well-being is just as important to us. How are you getting on with your rather peculiar hobbies?
Фотографи. Прави тая, бе. Как това е хинт за фотография? Честно, това ако някой ми го покаже на живо, всичко друго не е фотография. По-скоро майм артист. Ама ние знаем, че той обича да снима, защото насякъде, нали, има снимки и на самата ние, и той има от старите технологии и така нататък. Майко мила. Аха, добре, малко така, дето цъка. Аха, добре, обектив. Добре, окей.
You mean my photography?
I do, yes.
You can't beat the feeling of an old-time film camera.
Да.
I can imagine. You have an eye for composition. Although I don't understand your interest in using such archaic technology. Choosing to fiddle with knobs rather than availing of ministry-recommended filters, stabilization, automatic archive, and data retrieval.
Само филтри.
All courtesy of Minos. If we
Давай ме
can't see what
филтрите.
you create, how can we share in your interests?
What can I say? I like a challenge.
I'm sure you do, Graham. Well. I have a busy day of appointments, so sadly we must conclude our little chat there.
It's been a pleasure, Mentor.
Hasn't it? So with that in mind, perhaps you can tell me where you've been for the last 2 weeks.
What? Right. Yes, where have I been the last 2 weeks?
Well?
Okay, so the last 2 weeks, I was working at the land train facility, of course. Cleaning. I'm a cleaning supervisor. And while I was cleaning, I must have bumped my head. The next thing I knew, I was in the middle of nowhere, still on the train. 2 weeks later, the train returned to the city. Cleaner than it's ever been, I might add.
My poor darling! How awful!
Как го
What a
измисли?
dreadful thing to happen!
Лол. Добре.
I believe I have all the answers I need from you.
Well, that's a relief.
I'm sure it is, Mr. Grundy.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Just a teeny tiny thing before I go. There appears to be 1 or 2 anomalous results here.
Anomalous? That doesn't sound good.
It may be nothing. But here's the thing. I get strange readings when I scan your U-chip. Any idea why?
Maybe it got damaged when I fell.
Yes. Of course. That's probably it. You see, the only other time I've seen anything like this is when a U-chip has been tampered with. No one would have done that now, would they?
Tampered with? I didn't even know that you could do that.
Graham's a supervisor, not a subversive mentor.
Yes, a supervisor, not a subversive.
Damaged when he fell. Request analysis. There. Perfect. I have everything I need.
Great. Chipbot will show you out.
Chipworth, darling.
Just my little joke. Chipworth.
Good day, Mr. and Mrs. Grundy.
I don't know who you are or what you've done with Graham, but I think we got away with that.
I hope so. I don't think that we would get away with it a second time.
Nor do I. If there is anything wrong with Graham's U-chip, you would better sort it out sharpish before Alonso's analysis comes back.
Реално не е интересува много какво е станало с мъже.
Who even are you? Where's Graham? Are you that contact he kept ranting about?
Whatever Graham had been up to, it had gotten him killed. I had to come clean with his wife. There's no easy way to say this, but I'm afraid Graham is dead.
What? How? Where?
I found him. In the Gap.
The Gap? What was the idiot doing in the Gap? Was that where he was always sneaking off to? Ugh!
A child, Milo, was abducted from a village out there and brought into Union City. And I think Graham was somehow connected.
Sure, and pigs fly. Listen, stranger, I'm sure you can understand this has been a rather harrowing day. This is all too much for me right now.
Tell me about it.
So, I'm gonna do some damage control on social media. In the meantime, I guess that officially it is your home, so you can stay, but this is my bedroom, and that one is yours. No cute ideas.
Understood. Songbird seemed rattled by the news. Not surprising. But whoever this contact of Graham's was, I suspected they were the key to finding Milo.
Така. Аз все пак ще се опитам да влезна в спалнята, да отидем да я помилвам. Окей.
I didn't think Songbird would appreciate me rummaging through her things.
Сега глупост.
In Union City, even the teddy bears had screens. This one was broken.
Ама има turn on. Я да видим какво ще стане.
I poked at it, but I couldn't get it to turn on.
Fireplace. Аз се към, че хакнахме мечката, а то пише Fireplace. Сега тия книги.
The shelf was loaded with books on management, business theory, and military strategy.
Интересно. Тя има съвсем други книги. Виж тя колко е по-подредена. Съвсем различен човек от мъжа си. Climate Control. Я видим. Аре, обърни се, бе! Ах, майко мила.
The climate controls looked complicated, except for the big switch marked Windows.
Майко мила. Отвори ги да вземем кирията. Абе! Не, няма. Няма да ги затворя. Нали трябва да отида да се взема работата от Гошо. Какво тук е? Тайминг ли? Интересно.
A collection of toy animals were lined up in little baskets. One was missing.
One was missing.
Kevin Kangaroo.
Добре.
Carl Koala.
Добре. И някаква лисичка. Или динго.
Dave Dingo.
Да, нормално. Все австралийски. Добре. А какво животно липсва там? Някакъв брутален паяк.
There was an empty spot marked Bartleby Bilby.
Bartleby Bilby. Това не знам какво е. Добре, мога ли да им направя нещо? Я.
Beating a stuffed koala wasn't going to get me any closer to finding Milo.
Добре, нека да набием кенгурото.
I was still just a grown man hitting a cuddly toy with a crowbar, wasting time I didn't have.
Добре, yeah.
A trader came by our village with something like this back when I was a boy. I think he traded it for a table. Or at least that's what I had heard. A Detective Culls. Someone liked their murder mysteries. Jasmine.
Моля ли директно да я ударя? Искаш ли кренвирш?
I don't know and I don't care.
Искаш ли от другия кренвирш?
I don't know and I don't care.
Аз искам вече да я набия.
I'm sorry.
For what?
Husband.
That your husband is dead.
Hey, win some, lose some.
That's pretty harsh.
Look, stranger. You told me your secret, so I'll tell you mine. Last few years, Graham gave up trying to be anything other than the dullard he really was. If it weren't for the kudos for being married, I'd have dumped him months ago. You're new here, so a word of advice?
А
You
те им
want to
дават
win
някакви
in the
пари като
Union
се
City?
оценят.
Learn the rules and play the game.
My name's Foster, by the way. Robert Foster.
Songbird.
Да се представя.
Is there anything more you can tell me about Graham?
Not much. He was a loner whose only friends were idiots like him.
Ах. Окей.
Could Graham have had anything to do with kidnapping?
For both our sakes, I hope not.
Can I ask you about some missing children?
I'd rather you didn't.
What were you saying about kudos?
Were you born yesterday?
Let's just say I'm new here.
Okay, newbie. Here's how it works in Union City. Be a good example, stay happy, and you get kudos.
Which you spend?
Well, kinda, but not really. The higher your kudos level, the lower you are in the city. Simple.
So kudos is bad?
Aren't you listening? Lower. Lower is better.
So you need a higher kudos to get lower?
Of course. That industrial pit up there hovers over me like a storm cloud. And this middle level is simply beneath me.
I think I understand what you mean.
But the lower level, now they are my kind of people. They've got standards that you don't see enough of round here.
How can I raise my kudos level?
With kudos, obviously.
So how do I get more kudos?
Well, isn't that just the question? Like I said, be happy, get points.
But how can you be happy when you've just found out your husband is dead?
You think I'm not sad on the inside? No one's gonna give me a medal for having a dead husband.
But
Let's talk about something else, eh? My points have already dipped way too much today, thanks to you.
what's with the Alonso guy?
Guy? I believe you're referring to Mentor Alonso from the Ministry of Well-Being. He's a high-ranking official. And we've just lied straight to his face.
Quite the team, huh?
If he knew what's really going on, I dread to think how far my kudos would plummet.
And what about me?
Arrested, deported, I don't know, but not important.
Is Alonso coming back here?
For both our sakes, I hope not. But I'm not risking it, so don't even think about doing anything stupid.
Nothing stupid? For how long?
Very amusing. Until my kudos is back on track, obviously. But for now, you are Graham.
Can I open the window?
I'd rather you didn't.
Why not?
See those clouds out there?
Yes?
That's not water vapor.
Oh. You mind if I open a window?
Yes.
Looks like Graham was quite the photographer.
Oh, he was dreadful. At first I thought he was an artist. Then I found out he used those ridiculous antique cameras. It took hours to see the finished photographs. And he took forever fussing with the lighting. The only good thing about his photographs is that I'm in most of them.
What do you know about the council?
They run the city. You know, like they always have since Joey left.
Can I speak to them?
Not with Graham's ID, you can't.
You work for the Ministry of Comfort?
Sure do. It might not sound prestigious, but without us, the city falls down.
You don't seem the type to settle for a cleaning job.
Cleaning supervisor, thank you very much. And you'll find in Union City, it's not what you do, it's how you do it that counts.
How so?
You know, get the job done, don't get in trouble, keep a smile on your face, the usual.
What can you tell me about the Minister for Comfort?
The terminal has their details. Look there if you want to know more.
Добре, ще погледнем в терминала нашия.
Tell me more about Graham.
Why do you want to know?
I think he might have been involved in something.
What do you mean?
I came to Union City from the Gap because I was investigating a mysterious...
Oh, for Joey's sake, not you too. Blah blah conspiracy, blah blah giant dog. Graham was the perfect husband until he started getting crazy ideas. Why couldn't he just have an affair like a normal person?
Graham was a conspiracy theorist?
Always was. But before he went missing, he really changed. He became secretive. Used to close the terminal whenever I came into the room.
That's not that strange.
And he started spending a lot of time in the bathroom. And then he just disappeared.
Okay, that's the weird bit. Who's this contact you mentioned?
Bad news, as far as my kudos level is concerned.
What do you mean?
Graham was always rambling on about this hacker friend of his. Had a daft name. Leet, I think.
Any idea where I could find Leet?
Probably somewhere up top, with the other degenerates. If I were you, I'd stay away.
Did Leet believe in Graham's conspiracies?
Believe? Pretty sure he's where Graham got him from. Bad influence all round.
Are you a collector?
What?
Toys. You have quite the collection.
Oh, yes. The whole set of cuddly kitties. Even the limited edition Mama Bear from 5 years back.
Мечката.
Well, I did have the whole set, at least.
Did something happen?
Bartleby went missing, that's what.
Как
I
така,
asked Graham
Bartleby?
about it and he denied all knowledge. Then, when I tried to use the Mama Bear tracker to find dear Bartleby, he threw her across the room.
Clumsy.
О,
Clumsy. Those bears were my engagement gift. He hid Bartleby just to spite me.
Graham had
Bartleby
taken
явно е
Songbird's
там
toy
в
Bilby,
кутията.
but I couldn't figure out what he'd have wanted with it. Wherever he'd gone, Graham clearly didn't want to be tracked.
Добре, добре, добре.
What does Bartley Bilby look like?
Ще
Bartleby is a
разрешим
Bilby,
нещо тук,
adorable,
някаква
long
мистерия.
ears, like a bandicoot and a rabbit all rolled into one. At least he was, before he went missing.
Интересно животно е това.
What's a mama bear tracker?
What do you think? It tracks her babies.
Her babies?
The cuddly kiddies.
The cuddly
Most toys in
kitties.
Union City are tracker enabled. Lost toys mean screaming babies.
Lost my phone.
Unless you got a tracker.
Mind if I have a look at the tracker?
Go ahead, though the screen is broken. Squeeze the left ear to turn it on.
Ага.
Mind if I have a look at the tracker?
Go ahead. Squeeze the left ear to turn it on.
Добре.
Hi, Songbird.
Yeah, bye.
It looked like Graham had taken Bartleby and didn't want it tracked. I had a hunch that he had taken it to Leet, but had no idea why.
Чакай, чакай. Чакай. Така де. Turn on.
The device was now on, but with the screen broken, I'd need to find another way to get at the data. I wondered why Graham had taken a children's toy.
Hello there. I'm Mama Bear.
Hi.
Mama Bear looks after all the cuddly kitties. Are you looking for one of my children?
Да, Бартълби.
I'm looking for Bartleby Bilby.
Don't worry, child. Look at my tummy to find your missing friend.
Мога да я хакна. Не бе, Швепс. Switch on, play message, activate tracker. Activate tracker, така. Visualize location. Някъде другаде, ако мога да се визуализира локацията някъде другаде, местоположението. За сега нищо не мога да направя. Примерно да се визуализира върху телевизора или някъде другаде. Може. Добре, окей. Бърба една бърза паузичка и продължаваме.